Oh, finally we talk about tech today. I'm very happy. Let's talk about the serious thing. The reason why it's difficult to balance flavor, texture, cost, but also taste, obviously, it's because it's difficult. That's the reason. It's because it requires a new technology. And everybody's using high moisture extrusion, low moisture extrusion. There are new technologies such as shear cell technology or 3D printing at scale. But in reality, 3D printing requires TVP that is broken into small parts, so it still requires high or low moisture extrusion, and higher moisture extrusion, it's actually very expensive, is limited in terms of ingredients you can use, and actually when you study you are limited to soy, gluten, carrageenan, methylcellulose, so there is allergens, etc. And chicken chunks are okay, but the rest, if you want to get something else, just anything else, it's very hard. Well, the problem is when you're trying to mix texture and you're trying to mix high quality protein, because you are really limited to what you can use. It needs to be normally soy isolate, or it needs to be gluten, and it needs to be something that resists at high temperature. We're talking about 130, 170 Celsius degrees. Then you just are limited in the types of protein and ingredients you can use. Even in the terms of flavors, there are some flavors, just a small part, that can resist those temperature, and everything else, which is a lot of more variability, a lot of better natural ingredients, etc., you just cannot use. So mixing fibers, texture with the right cost is difficult because it requires new tech. If you study, for example, high moisture extrusion, it just goes to very high temperature, it creates these chunky pieces or strips, but then you are really bound to ingredients and you're bound to a very expensive machine. If you want to do it at scale, you pay about 2-3 million euros and you are really bound into really limited formats. For example, as I mentioned, chicken chunks is one of the best examples out there. If you want to get high quality protein and right texture, and you want also to control the production cost, high moisture extrusion or low moisture extrusion do not work, especially if you want to do something that is not just what everybody else has. If you want to go for new formats, innovative products, high quality, you are really bound with the existing technology to machines that are very expensive, as well as to format that are very limited, as well as to quality of ingredients that is really limited as well. I think we achieved a little bit of magic because we were able to decouple the quality, so you can work on the quality and choose if you want to have a more economic version, mass version, or if you want a very premium version. And we can do that without an investment on new machinery, because we use the existing machinery you already have at your factory if you are a protein manufacturer, such as a plant-based meat manufacturer or a meat manufacturer. So what you can do is you can choose what ingredients you want to put. We're talking about different types of protein, different types of aromas. We're talking about natural aromas that do not need to resist high temperature. So these can be very natural, with spices or with yeast extras, whatever you want to use. This means you can get the highest quality texture, flavor and nutritional values, but with controlled cost, because you can choose if you want a certain type of ingredient or another. The reason also is that utility cost in terms of energy, in terms of temperature, is very low, because we work at low temperature, so it allows you to really control the investment, but also the cost of energy during this micro extrusion process. It is our proprietary technology. What we can provide is innovative protein cuts that are superior. And when I mean superior, I mention all the parameters that make it really premium or high quality. And what you can do is have a plug-and-play solution with your existing factory, where we, with our R&D team, with our operations team, we go with our special force team and we install our machinery, which is actually your machinery. So we just adapt a little bit your line, and you can extrude from there with our micro extrusion new products that are not just the standard products, which instead we can do pulled products, whole cut products, we can do cold cut products. These are superior products in terms of margins as well, because you can sell these things for a better price, because you can slice them. You can sell 70 grams instead of center of the plate. You can instead choose a pulled product that is really innovative. We believe that we can adapt to the market of choice, so we can adapt to the flavor and the texture that your market prefers. And what this means is that you will have better margins, you will have a plug-and-play solution, so you will be able to launch in your next launch into retailers, which can be anytime you want, with a little bit of time in advance. We can go study your factory and implant our technology in there. If you are a protein player and you have a market share, especially if you already have a market share or interest in plant-based, then you can grow market share with innovative products, because you will not have pulled products, you will not have cold cuts, you will not have these whole cuts, and we are able to allow you to sell these innovative products that are premium in terms of the nutritional values, the texture, the taste. So they are superior products, but with the same or lower cost that you would get when you produce with an investment that is instead very complicated and different, which is having a high moisture extrusion in there, which by the way doesn't allow you to do those formats anyways. If you're interested in what we are talking about, I suggest you talk to us as soon as possible. We are always available at contact@novameat.com, because we are already working on 5 projects simultaneously in different markets across Europe. And really, we believe that in the next quarter we have so many projects going on, and the first person is the best served, because we really have incredible projects and we are developing new solutions that we want to bring to market with the best partners. That can be plant-based meat players, or it can be meat players that want to use protein and take advantage of this space where there is volatility in the price of beef, volatility in the price of animal meat. It's really the right time to contact with us.